Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is the fourth try of this video. I have things written down that I want to say and I'm stumbling still to get them out. I don't know if it's the energy. It is November 11th, 11/11. So I'm going to try this again. Maybe I'll take it slow. I came on to talk about Saturn. I hadn't talked about Saturn before. And Saturn seems loud right now to me. First of all, because of Pluto in Capricorn, which on the 21st is moving into Aquarius. That's big energy because it's leaving one sign, moving into another. Anytime there's these big shifts and it's at anaretic degrees, we feel it more. Anytime a planet stations direct or changes direction, we feel it more. So we've got a lot of intense energy. And Saturn also rules Capricorn. So Pluto is leaving Capricorn, moving into Aquarius, and Saturn itself is going direct. That's a lot. You know, Saturn is it's Father Time. Time is changing. We know now that time is not linear. There's just a lot of moving parts, and personally this month I've lost time again. That's happened throughout this year. And it's weird. It's just like, what the hell? Also, working with time is so much more malleable. It's really advantageous when you start doing things like that. I know for me it has been. Working, bending, stretching, condensing, that's fun. When it's for, high purposes, nothing mischievous. But the thing I wanted to talk to you today about with Saturn is, like all things when it comes to astrology, at least for me, most of it, we learn in hindsight. So my relationship with Saturn has always been a struggle. Some might say resistance. Maybe it was resistance. I didn't understand Saturn. The representation of Saturn in my life, the initial representation of Saturn in my life, exited my life when I was young. And so the structure that I was shown after that was not always above board. I would say there was a little bit of corruption there. And I don't mean that the people were corrupt, just, some of them were. But, when we know better, we do better. We're in a time now where we really know to own our own self. Going back a few decades, we gave away our power and structures. We let structures tell us how to live and what to do. You couldn't ask or say, I don't understand why. It was like, don't ask, just do. So I found structure growing up to be people talking out of both sides of their face. And I never understood it. And then when I would question it, like that was a no-no. So that was difficult. So I've always pushed back against structure, I guess, because I never got a real straight answer, to be honest. And this year, in doing some work with Saturn retrograde and of course learning more about astrology, I came to the realization of how or why Saturn always eluded me. If you have an area in your chart and you're not understanding something, I would encourage you to go to your chart and put in the date of certain specific times that were really important to you. See what shows up, because those are the hidden gems. That's where we dig. We keep digging and the answers will come. So this is where I learned why I didn't understand Saturn. I had my first Saturn opposition when I was 14, and this is where my structure fell apart, or how I viewed it anyways fell apart. It pulled me apart, literally. It's quite amazing when I saw it in my chart. Everything just fell into place, and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. And it was like, the soul contract was there that I had with this person started really during this opposition, and up until I found this and really came to understand what it meant, I just was pushing against the whatever reason. I don't even know what I was pushing against, but now I do. Then I didn't. Up until now I didn't. So Saturn is here to love us, to teach us discipline, boundaries, hard work, perceived limitations. I literally saw the structure of Saturn morph into an up level. When I saw this in my chart, it was shown to me as Saturn as the base structure, like cement with steel beams, 4 steel beams, solid structure. And then as I looked at my chart and it went ding, 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 Saturn morphed into the steel beams, morphing into a material that looked like a jellyfish. So kind of translucent but solid, and this beautiful pink. I can't explain it. Soft but vibrant. And it was just like my Saturn, for me, had integrated the feminine, the divine feminine. Like you can still teach discipline, boundaries, limitations, all these things, but with a softness, with a holding in, but not confining and constricting so hard that you can't breathe. Was this movement with, like, as I breathed, the structures and the limitations of Saturn breathed with me and moved in and out, and it was just a softer, more loving energy. So I don't know, I'd love to hear comments on this, what other people feel about Saturn and how they experience Saturn. It could be, I'm thinking as I'm saying this now, that the whole time that's what Saturn was. I just couldn't see it because I was a young child when it happened. So I immediately tried to protect myself. So you do what you can when you're young, and then you learn about it and move through it and evolve it, up-level it. And if it's going to help someone, you share it. So Saturn moving direct now, I just feel like this huge, I don't know, smoother road ahead with Saturn. I guess we'll see. And it depends, where Saturn is transiting, how it's going to show up in your life, like what area of life. But I just wanted to share that a little bit. What else do I want to say about Saturn? Saturn's tough. Saturn can have a sense of humor, kind of like a dark humor, kind of like a cynicism of, laughing like, I told you so, I told you not to do that, and I told you how to do it, and then you don't. And so then he just kind of laughs. But yeah, that's my little share on Saturn. I hope it shines some light for somebody. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.